So also skills assessment. Okay. So my background is in cross-functional skill development in cross-functional teaming in the work environment. And so I've seen that, division of labor and understanding truly what a person does can really improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of a worker. I saw this in restaurants, like, a person that works a broiler on a grill is used to making steaks. It's the most expensive item in the restaurant and they make quite a bit of money on it. But that worker can also, work any other job on a kitchen line, from dishes to the running the broiler. Okay. And so you have to ask yourself a question: can a skill be trained? Can a person do more than what they're used to doing? Throwing out that idea of it's not my job and looking at what can I do and how can I add value as a worker. And so really indoctrinating your workers to understand that their job is not just a narrowly defined or scoped function, but that their job is part of an organization and operation and your system of what your business represents. And understanding if they can do it, can they do it, and ensuring that they can, and training those skills into your workforce is how you drive down the number of employees that you truly need in a time like this. Again, mentoring, is the skill redundant? Would mentoring train this skill? So if you have an experienced employee and you want to keep them, and then you have to decide which other employees to keep, think about who you can pair up and who would work together in a mentor-apprentice relationship. How can you train down more higher order skills into the lower cost workers, truly, so that you can move the activities to lower price points and lower points of cost for you as a business person. And so this involves cross-training and reconsidering what a valuable working, contributing member or employee to your firm is. And so in skills development, you want to look at mentoring, also online training. So one thing that you can do right now, and I've seen this, is, with this, with the loans, you're paying your employees, but you may not have the demands to use the employee in the same way that they were being used before. Well, if you're paying them, you can pay them to be to acquire training that is specialized for your business. You can adapt your employees in this time to learn how to be supervised or even to supervise others and give them supervised learning. And also you can give them chances for trial and error. So it's a great time to make mistakes when you're already paying for it, right? And so you can use this time to train up your employees on new skills. Again, with skill adaptation, you want to look at what remote work functions can be cross-trained, because that's going to free up your bandwidth. Most small business owners, they're the one that does most of the remote activities. They're administrating and they're doing all these tasks. And they feel that those tasks are so essential they can't be distributed among their workers. This causes a lot of stress for business owners and for the managers of operations. So if you can drive down administrative functions and tasks to other workers on your team to free up your bandwidth, then you can use that extra time and energy to rethink how you're doing business and to add value. Finally, with skill retention and replacement, you want to constantly be training and adding corrective actions. And so even though this is a time of transition and shifting sands for businesses as they adapt to coronavirus, and then whatever stays after the coronavirus adapts or moves on. Okay. And so we really need to think about ongoing and training and how we're going to continue to adapt and correct our business processes on the fly and make on the fly adjustments. All right. And so this requires long-standing businesses that have been used to doing things the same way in a repetitive fashion to really adapt and think about being agile and lean and doing more with less and adapting their routines and processes to this remote workflow. So in hiring and workforce management, just remember to be deadline driven while also maintaining a scheduled routine. This is really important for younger generations that they have routines. All right. And so be deadline driven. Use the team-based work approach where team members and stakeholders are in the process. Okay. So the point here is that you indoctrinate or you endear your employees to your business by involving them, giving them some stake in the process. Okay. That way they can feel a sense of ownership in the process of what their job entails. And then inquire what skills and goals you have and your employees have that can be controlled. Okay. And you can also ask your employees what skills they would like to have. You, as a business owner, have a wealth of skills and arrows in your quiver that you can share with your employees. And so really thinking about how you can train up your employees for what they want in the future. Again, that goes back to giving them more skills, more capabilities, or even you accessing their innate capabilities. Younger generations are naturally inclined to find ways of doing more efficient work using digital technology. Okay. And so think about what their skill sets naturally make them a good fit for, and then drive their activities by giving them work that is easy for them. That should also save up time for you by letting your employees drive some of those digital workflows. And of course, always be investing in your future capabilities. You want to look at what the leaders in your business are doing, and you want to drive your customers to your products and services using what works for the big guys, right? And so if you're looking at your marketing and advertising campaigns and those are touching something about you, and that's a touch point with the product for the brands that you like, try to emulate those approaches with your company and try to use that same marketing approach. Obviously, larger companies have bigger budgets, and so they're more in touch with the pulse of the consumer in the now moment. And so if you can use some of those approaches, that's going to save you, the time of adapting those marketing and advertising campaigns to your specific business model.